On the heels of a relatively mediocre Raw and a pretty decent 15th anniversary of SmackDown, get ready for another super inconsistent episode of Raw. So your opening contest, of course, after you have John Cena and Ambrose, solid promo. At this point in time, I do think that Ambrose does need to have a feud with Bray Wyatt, just because the promo work alone will be awesome. Or if they end up bringing him back for a little while, I think Dean Ambrose and Jericho. This one, I think Dean Ambrose and almost anybody else who can talk will make for a very worthy feud. Authority comes out and makes a triple threat tag match. Usos, the Dusts, and Ambrose and Cena. Ambrose and Cena finally work together as a team and score the victory over the Dusts. Okay. But that's not their only match. They will be facing each other in a no-holds-barred match. Contract on a pole match. Yes, so the match at the Hell in a Cell that had the most amount of build to it is given away for free. It's your main event of Raw. With massive interference by the Authority and Dean Ambrose winning. In what feels like one of the most hollow victories ever over John Cena. But it gets better. Orton came in and was like, I'm first going to destroy Dolph Ziggler. Their match, hyper competitive, nice way to make the IC title feel important. Of course, Orton still wins. Orton then says that he wants the loser of the main event of Raw at the main event of Hell in a Cell. So, instead of Rollins Ambrose inside Hell in a Cell being your main event, it is going to be John Cena versus Randy Orton. Again, no titles, no stipulations. No. Why? Seriously, why? At this point in time, I think that if you were to let Ambrose and Rollins be your main event, they're going to tear the house. And put them the co-main event, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go out there, they're going to tear the freaking house down. They're going to walk past Gorilla Piss and they're going to go, hey, Randy, Johnny, you're up next. Either way, they are going to be the match of the night. And the fact that you're going to end this with Orton Cena. Now, if you make it Orton Cena number one contender, let Orton win, lead to an Orton Lesnar feud, that's got some legs to it. If you just have a match for the sake of them having a match, it's freaking pointless for a main event. Done. Sheamus took on Miz again, with the most entertaining part being Miz down. It's kind of like you're watching movie Real Steel. On the outside you got Hugh Jackman doing all the moves. Of course, occasionally he's throwing the wrong punch. On the inside, you've got Miz as the robot doing all the moves. Sheamus is on the outside, kind of gets distracted. Miz crawls through the ropes, through the underneath the ring, comes to the other side, count on victory. Not bad, works well. Classic heel trickery. Liked it, good stuff. AJ decides that she needs to have a new tag team partner, so she picks Layla, the person she hates the least, to take on Paige and Alicia Fox. Layla leaves AJ high and dry. That's okay. She gets she gets a nice shining wizard. 1, 2, 3. Okay. She then attacks the crap out of Layla. Okay. That works, I guess, kind of. Chris Lee, or whatever his name is, has a little bit because he's on the outside of the ring, because, they're in Atlanta. And the heel divas from Total Divas take on the face divas from Total Divas in a 6-diva tag match with Nene Leaks or WikiLeaks or Nene Leaks or Depends Leaks, whatever her name is, on the outside of the ring, because they're in Atlanta. And it's not like they could be like, hey, we're in Atlanta. You think Sting should make an appearance? You think a wrestler should show up to do something? No, instead let's have someone from the Real Housewives of, I guess, Atlanta. Whatever. Ooh, we'll have a Bravo Liberty. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess next time they're in Chicago, I should be getting that phone call since I'm like an hour south of Chicago. That I should be showing up to Raw to be like a special guest host. Oh wait a minute, sorry. I know something of wrestling that might actually be potentially entertaining in front of a live crowd. Big Show took on Rusev and was dominating the crap out of Rusev, but the Russian Cena was able to overcome and almost defeat the Giant until Mark Henry made his way down to the ring and got involved. Felt like I was watching Rocky. Because you had Apollo Creed, Ivan Drago, and then Rocky, and a big shot. And that's all it took to drop Ivan Drago. They continued the storyline with Big E Langston, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. No, sorry. That happened in my mind while other stuff was going on. Bray Wyatt had an awesome pre-taped promo talking about how Eric Rowan's been released because, breaking the Shield was a brilliant idea. Made 3 top-tier talents. It also killed the tag division. That's why the tag division now is the Usos, the Dusts, Slater, Gator, and like Los Matadores. The Wyatt family wouldn't make it as a great tag team because the Dusts versus the Wyatts just doesn't sound like a match that anybody really wants to see at all. Or the Wyatts versus the Usos versus the Dust inside a Hell in a Cell for the tag belts. That seems like anything that'd be worth actually watching to actually really truly build a division around it. But on the bright side, when they bring the Ascension up to be the new members of the Wyatt family, that could be interesting. So again, a very, very lackluster, hot and cold episode of Raw. I have no idea what they're trying to do. At this point in time, Hell in a Cell has like 2 matches booked for it. One we've seen a dozen times. One they've teased for the better part of a year.